So again, Paul is telling the church that he loves how to get unstalled. And he continues to come to this idea of training, of discipline, of having a plan. And again, I know this isn't high-level stuff. I mean, this is stuff that we know intuitively. We have experienced all of these things that I'm talking about. If you've been walking with Jesus for any period of time, you know from your own experience. You know, when we stall, we typically know what we need to do to kind of get unstalled, to get going again. You know, we were discussing this in our groups this week. If you were in a group, you know, people were sharing their experience of being stalled and what it took to get unstalled. And kind of almost everyone said the same thing. I knew I was stalled. I knew what I needed to do to get going again. Just didn't do it. Just didn't have the energy to do it, didn't have the motivation to do it, just didn't do it. And so we know what we need to do to get moving again. So the question is, why don't we do it? Why don't we just buck up and do what we know what we need to do? You know, we could probably ask that question about any number of areas of our lives, right? I mean, there are so many areas of our lives where we know what we need to do, what the right thing to do is, how to move forward in this area of our lives, but we just don't do it, right? So we just came through the Christmas season, and maybe I've been putting on a little weight. My clothes aren't feeling quite as comfortable as they once were. What do I have to do to remedy this problem? I'm so confused. I just need to start exercising, right? It's not a hard solution. I need to get active. Or I'm watching my finances kind of go downhill and I'm going deeper and deeper into debt and the credit card bills are getting bigger and bigger. What do I do? What's the solution? We know the solution. Spend less. We need to control our spending. If I don't have money, I don't buy it, right? We know the answer. Or my marriage, I'm feeling distant from my spouse. And I know that I need to go and apologize for what I said or what I did or what I didn't do, or I know that I need to go out for a date and spend quality time together face to face. See, these are easy answers, but they're not easily implemented. It's not easy because, first of all, it means changing habits that have kind of become a natural part of our lives. It means changing our appetites, and I like to spend, and I like eating certain things, and I don't like exercise, and I like to sleep in, and to do what I know I should do doesn't sound as enjoyable. And really, that's the heart of it. Deep down, while I may know what I need to do in all these different areas of my life, deep down, while I know the solution to get me moving in the right direction, I'm really not convinced that doing the right thing will make me happier or more fulfilled or more content. We really don't believe that the effort we'll make will pay adequate dividends. We're really not sure that the pain of changing will be worth it in the end. And so many times, we put off doing what we know we need to do, what we know is the right thing, until we can't take the pain of not changing anymore. Yeah, so our finances get to the point where we have to change because the credit card company says, we're not giving you any more credit. Or we get to the point where the doctor says, change or die. I mean, it's come to that. Or our spouse leaves and we realize we need to do something. Or we get so distant from God, so far away from Him, and we feel so spiritually cold and lifeless that we cry out to Him in desperation and we're willing to do whatever it takes to reconnect with the one who loves us more than anything. And I'll tell you, I've heard so many stories like this before. We stall. We know we're stalled. We know what we need to do to get unstalled. But we wait until we have to hit bottom before we're willing to do what we know we need to do.